on its legs. Those stripes may make you think that it's related to a zebra, but it's not. It's actually related to the giraffe. And it has an 18-inch long purple tongue, just like giraffes do. We're coming up to a very important gathering place for the animals of the forest. That's the watering hole. It's usually our best chance at seeing some of the more rare species like the black rhino. Look very carefully out there for any black rhinos. I wouldn't be surprised if we didn't see any though, because they are poached for their horns and there are less than 5,000 of them left in the world. But we are working very hard to protect them. Through conservation funds, we're able to provide them with security and veterinary care. Approaching the Safi River, that's usually our best chance at seeing some hippos. So look very carefully up ahead for those hippos, especially off in the water. They are very good swimmers, but they do generally prefer to walk along the bottom of the riverbed. They can hold their breath for about 5 to 8 minutes. Now that is a very long time. So if you see any bubbles coming up from the water or some movement out under there, that could definitely be some of those hippos. Looks like there's some coming up here on the left.
Yeah, I circled the hippo.
Look at me.
But they're born at about 85 pounds and they can grow up to be 5,500 pounds. So those birds out on the island in front of the hippos are pink-backed pelicans. They get this name because their backs turn a pinkish color during mating season.
There's 6 in the party?
Now it looks like the animals have blocked the road ahead of us, so we are just going to sit behind the truck ahead of us here. Alright, I think that truck has moved on ahead here. Now you are coming up to that rickety old bridge, and if you look to your left while we're going over that bridge, you're going to see those Nile crocodiles. They can be about 20 feet long. They are reptiles, so they're exothermic. They can hold their jaws open to help cool themselves off. And they can also put about 2,000 pounds of pressure per square inch of those jaws, so they are very strong. And then it can actually stay underwater for about 2 hours.
You're gonna eat the little
Alright, now we are going to be leaving the forest area pretty soon here, and we're going to be coming to the West Savannah up ahead. The West Savannah will be a completely different ecosystem with completely different animals. Speaking of different, up ahead of us is a baobab tree, also known as the upside down tree, because it kind of looks like it's sticking upside down into the ground with its roots up in the sky. That's going to be coming up on the right in just a minute. The baobab trees store water in their trunks and they go leafless for about 9 months out of the year. And that helps them be able to survive through long periods of drought.
Like the roots, right?
Like the roots.
Upside down.
Upside down.
But it doesn't have any. That's the root. Wow, that's
Now there are going to be several more of those baobab trees throughout our journey, so make sure to keep a close eye out for them. And now we are going to be coming up to the best view on the reserve. The Serengeti grasslands stretch for hundreds of miles across East Africa. It serves as the superhighway for millions of migrating animals each year. This is the wild Africa we are all working hard to conserve. It looks like there are some giraffe way up ahead of us here. Now there are actually two kinds of giraffe on the reserve. There's the reticulated giraffe and the Maasai giraffe. The reticulated giraffe gets its name from the Latin word reticulata, which means net, and they have a more net-like pattern to their spots, while the Maasai giraffe have more jagged edges to their spots, kind of like puzzle pieces. Now it looks like the giraffe coming up ahead here are some Maasai giraffe. And there are some babies out there as well. They're born at about 6 feet tall and they can grow to be 20 feet tall. They are the tallest mammals in the world. Now that 20 feet does also mean that the crocodiles are as long as the giraffe are tall. Even though those giraffes' necks are very long, they actually have 7 vertebrae in them, just like humans do. Over there on the left, on top of the den, is a spotted hyena laying down. Now, most people think they're just scavengers. Looks like there are a couple of them out there. But they're actually very successful hunters. It's a really good view of those hyenas there. Oh, looks like the giraffe might cross the road ahead of us. Might stop. There, it turned there. Coming up on the left, those little gray animals with the white circles on their rear ends are the water buck. As their name indicates, they are often found in aquatic environments. That's because they do need to drink a lot of water, so they don't really like to stray too far from that water source.
Hello.
Looks like the giraffe's crossing the road ahead of the truck in front of us. That's why we've had this little bit of a giraffic jam here. If y'all keep looking around here, you're gonna see some tall mounds of dirt. Now, those are actually termite mounds. They can be as hard as concrete. The elephants actually do like to use them as scratching posts. Once the elephants have worn them down a bit, the antelope like to come and climb up on top of them and use them as lookout points to keep a lookout for any predators that could be hiding in the tall grass, like those spotted hyenas.
Do you know how to dog show? How to cut?
how big it is. Come over here.
I'm gonna give you the camera because there's
So the tiny little tan antelope over there on the right are the springbok. They can jump 6 feet high into the air and leap 13 feet forward. And the animals with the very large white horns out there are the Ankole cattle. They are the only domesticated animals on the reserve. Their horns can be about 20 inches in circumference at the base. Even though those horns are very large, they're not as heavy as you think they would be because they have a honeycomb structure on the inside. That allows blood to be able to flow through them and it helps regulate their body temperature.
Oh, baby. Hi, baby. I know he's coming. Stop, he's coming over here.
They don't look like that around where we go fishing, huh?
I think I see some white bearded wildebeest up ahead. Here are going to be those gray animals. They're a part of one of the largest migrations in Africa. Their name actually means wild beast in Afrikaans. They got that because of their kind of rough looking appearance. Also, next to the wildebeest are some large tan antelope, and those are the Patterson's eland. Eland are the largest and tallest antelope. The males can grow to be 6 feet tall at the shoulder, weigh about 2,000 pounds. So there are some more Maasai giraffe over there on the left as well. Some more babies. And pretty soon here we're going to be making our way to Monkey's Point. It gets its name from the man